All right, what is going on? Brad here. This is the first time I'm ever doing an airsoft podcast. I really enjoy listening to them a lot lately, and my favorite series was the Gun Gamers with E-House. And then before that was the Speed Sim kind of discussion channel. I missed that conversation, so I want to kind of bring it back up with this channel, and I'm going to have, wide array of video content. Sometimes I'm going to do gameplay, sometimes it's going to be unboxings, but I don't have a studio. I'm going to show you everything in sort of a raw way, and if you don't like that film quality, that's fine. Maybe this isn't the channel for you, but that's who I am. I'm going to unbox things with my daughter. I'm going to show you my messy living room sometimes, or I'm going to get home from work. I'm still going to be in my work clothes, and I'm just excited to open a package like I did literally 2-3 weeks ago, because that's who I am. And who I am is also someone very interested in discussing what's happening in airsoft. And there are a couple topics that I want to get into today in my airsoft podcast number 1. First topic is, who the heck am I? I have been airsofting now for almost 2 years. It's not a long time, but my nickname is Cannonball Brad because I don't just test the waters and toy around with it and then get into it. No, I dive right into a new hobby. I did that with jiu-jitsu, did that with kayaking, and then I did it with airsoft. And I went from 0 to 100 really fast. In fact, I got my nickname Cannonball Brad from a friend of mine because I went to one jiu-jitsu open mat session and I was hooked. Signed up for the class, started working out 5-6 days a week. I went from 325 pounds down to 260 pounds, and I've kept that weight off for a long time. And that all happened in 4 months. So, like I said, I don't just test the waters with my little toe. I cannonball into things, and that's what I did with airsoft. I really enjoy the Speed QB side. I play at Oregon Airsoft Arena. That's my home field. But with COVID closing everything, I've had to branch out into the outdoor side of airsoft, filled with milsimmers, which is a completely different breed of airsofters from what I'm used to. And what I'm used to is not what is depicted with these HPA guns on YouTube. That's not what I'm used to. The Speed QB guys I play with, they're all chill. They build their own high kappas. They love being aggressive, and they love, cars and sports and movies and technology just like anyone else. And there might be 1 or 2 instances that I have seen personally where there's a bad apple in that community. But I've never seen someone get hosed down by Polar Star Fusion. I've never seen, as Negative Airsoft puts it, a guy using a wanker gun to freaking pump 30 rounds into someone. I've never seen that. Because with the competitive Speed QB nature, if you hit your person, you don't need to pump 30 shots into someone. You can go 1-2, move on. If they don't call their hit, that's on them. And Oregon Airsoft Arena refs do a pretty good job at kicking people out if they think that there's any cheating happening. So, I don't know why Speed QB guys or speed soft airsofters get such a bad rep, especially here in Oregon where people are just, I guess, a little bit more decent. I could see it maybe in the SoCal crowd. I was born and raised in California, and you know, SC Village is kind of known for being toxic, but I never personally experienced that myself. I've only experienced Speedsoft and Speed QB side of things up here in Oregon, where we don't really experience that kind of BS. So that's the Speed QB side of me. All of those guys I know that play for Speed QB teams, they're all fine with the milsim side of airsoft. All of us speedy boys, we enjoy that realism that comes with airsoft. We like our guns looking real. That's why we don't paintball. We like the gear. We like the camo when we go outdoors. We like the Baofeng radios and stuff like that, you know? We don't have a problem with any of that. And we're generally accepting of new players because we're kind of outlandish. We have guys running Spider-Man colored high kappas that don't look real. Do you think that they have the right to say, no, you don't belong on my field, to anyone that shows up? No. The people that play at Oregon Airsoft Arena have been extremely welcoming for the past 2 years. My second topic, though, is that I've noticed the milsim community up here, the more hardcore players that do outdoor, they look at my setup with such judgment. And that's bothersome to me, because I haven't said anything rude to any of these people, haven't done anything to them. I enjoy having good conversations with new people at airsoft events lately. But when I show up and my black and red build is, you know, I pull my black and red gun out of my gun bag and they look at me and they see the HPA hose too and the dye mask, oh my God. Those guys walk away with their Cry Precision pants with such attitude. And I get these like shady looks the whole day. I just don't get it, because, you know, my gun is semi-locked. I can't even burr anyone if I wanted to. And secondly, if you come talk to me about anything, I will have a conversation with you. If you have an issue with the build I'm running, or you could even say like, hey man, you know, we're trying to sneak into, you know, this field or this specific objective. Can't really do that if you're running black and red. I get that, but you know what? It's airsoft. We're not really in the military, dude. I don't have to be running a freaking woodland gnome outfit, you know? I don't have to be all gillied up to go play airsoft. That's why I'm playing airsoft and not doing a real career in the military. So that was the first thing I wanted to talk about, is that I actually kind of see the opposite of what is displayed on YouTube. I see the more milsim guys generally less accepting, less open to change, less open to, you know, CQB players like myself going and venturing out into new territories. But I see the Speedsoft guys and the Speedy Boys really accepting of the milsim guys to come play at their indoor arena. And I think that's a healthier way to approach airsoft. Another topic that I want to talk about regarding health in airsoft is headshots. Lately, Kicking Mustang has been stirring up the airsoft community with his headshot videos and the language he uses. And just today was doxxed. Someone revealed his personal name and phone number, and I believe his address as well, if I'm not mistaken. And that is disgusting. If you're upset with someone in a game, you can leave it in the game. You can take it up with the admin. You don't reveal their information, especially someone who has, you know, thousands upon thousands of subscribers, right? You don't reveal their information. That is so shitty of you to do that. It doesn't matter if you're upset with him. Maybe he did headshot you or not. You're playing airsoft. You're gonna get shot. You know what you can do? You know what I did? I bought a mask. When I run goggles, I run a mesh mask. And then when I'm indoors, I run a dye mask. And that wasn't enough. Because I used to get shot up here. Like on my forehead above my dye mask, or like on the back of the head. So I started playing with a freaking thick ass gator, a camouflage gator to protect my head. And sometimes that's not enough, so I'll throw something else on. But at no point do I ever go up to the player and go, why are you shooting me in the head? You shouldn't be shooting people in the head if you can shoot their body, blah, 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 blah. If all I'm peeking is my head, right, there's cover, and I'm just peeking out. If all I'm peeking and that's all you can see, of course I'm gonna get shot in the head. You're a grown man. You need to wear your own protection, and you need to deal with getting shot in the face in a sport where you might get shot in the face. I forget the name of the channel. I'm sorry. I think his name is like Grizzly Me or Grizzle Me or something like that. He put it this way. You don't get upset if you're having sex without protection and the girl you have sex with gets pregnant. Then what you can do is wear protection. Literally does not need any further explaining. So let's move on. Kicking Mustang is completely in the right to shoot people in the head. And if Kicking Mustang ever wants a change of scenery, he can join us up here in the Pacific Northwest, where we don't shy away from shooting people in the head. So, headshots, okay. What's not okay is language control. This has been happening too, between Kicking Mustang, Novrich, and a few other high-tier YouTubers and airsoft content creators, and Jet Desert Fox. There was some controversy about a month ago, it was right before Christmas, about the language being used in airsoft videos as, you know, deadly or lethal, should be used only to describe real firearms, quote unquote. Jet Desert Fox. I disagree with that completely, because in a video game, you can have weapons that are lethal. But technically, they're not lethal. They're virtual, right? You can have a kill streak. But I haven't killed anyone. Last night, I should have gone to jail. I killed 58 people. And the next person on my team got 17. Right? I should be arrested for that. But wait, it was a video game. So this idea that you can control language by saying, you know, it's airsoft weapons, they're not deadly, they're non-lethal, they're toys. Actually, they're not toys. They're not marketed as toys. That's what you said, Jet Desert Fox. They're not marketed as toys. Because my SEMA that I just got says keep out of the reach of children. So that disproves that argument right there. They're firearm replicas at the basic level, but they're performing competition shooting guns or historical reenactment tools, things like that, right? There's all sorts of different purposes for them. And in airsoft, you use them to make your enemy lose their fake life and have to respawn. And sometimes when you get a chain of them, you feel like you're doing well. And what does that mean? It means that you're making these people lose their fake lives, which means that your fake gun is fake lethal. Or to simplify it, it's deadly on the airsoft field. So this whole idea of controlling language is ridiculous. And we're going to move on, because I don't want to spend any more time on Jet Desert Fox. I think he's an E2. And I have a friend in the Air Force that's an E5. And he says you're wrong. So, next, I want to give a shout out to Tactical Pork Photography here in the Pacific Northwest. He's doing an amazing job. I got to meet him at Sniper's Den in early January. Check out his Instagram. He took some really great photos of the event. And, you know, I really want to see airsoft grow up here. So it's awesome that people are interested in going out and taking photos and videos of events happening. And it actually kind of inspired me to, you know, think about getting into that side of airsoft. Because as excited as I am to go shoot people with my lethal and deadly airsoft weapons, being able to film epic moments and share that online for other people to relive their experiences, because airsoft is essentially a story that you get to tell. That sounds awesome. So, kind of interested in getting into that, and I've been talking with him a lot, so check out his photography. He's gonna continue making amazing, continue taking amazing shots up here, and really helping the sport grow as a whole. Yeah, I have a few other things that I want to talk to you about today. I think I'm going to save these for a later date. I got to spoke with someone at KWA, and I just wanted to say that their customer service was awesome. There's a couple discussions that I want to have about hop-up units coming up and hop-up buckings. Why is it that some pair really well with certain inner barrels or not? But if you liked this, please leave a like and, you know, put a comment down below on any topics you'd like to discuss. Anything controversial that you'd like covered at all, or topics that you think that I should look into and, you know, just share the news about, just leave it in the comments. And I hope that you all have a wonderful night. And I don't know how to end videos, so goodbye.